It is the week of Summerween readathon. I have not participated in this readathon before, but I will take like any excuse to embrace Halloweeny vibes at all times of the year. So even though it is winter here, we're gonna try to participate. Today is technically the second day of the readathon for me. Yesterday I was mostly kind of like cleaning and doing other house things, though I did start the 2 books I'm planning on reading this week, which is the only one left by Riley Sager, which is his new thriller about like a carer who goes into this home to care for an old woman, and kind of both of them are suspected murderers, but like neither of them were charged because there wasn't enough evidence, and so there's kind of a question of are either of them guilty, but we'll see what happens with that one. I'm hoping it's decent because I know I haven't read Sager's past few thrillers, but I know there's like mixed reviews on a lot of them, so we'll see how that goes. And then the other one I have, which kind of fits most of the prompts other than thriller, which is why we have the thriller, but I had to read Riley Sager's anyway because it's our Slaughter Squad book club pick, so I was reading that anyway. But then the other pick I have picked out is a novella called Halloween Fiend, which seems to be, there's this town where there's this creature called Halloween, so at night you have to like lock up your doors and leave out an offering for Halloween, and if you don't, like bad stuff happens. So we'll see what happens with that. Those are the 2 books I'm planning on reading this week, and we'll see how it goes. Now I am off to a convention, thus the cosplay, so check in with you later. Work all day, so welcome to nighttime hours. Fantastic lighting. Ginger Snaps is here. Hello, Ginger Snaps. I did actually finish both of my reads yesterday though, which was what, day 3, between like doing work, you know, preparing for the first day of term, and doing some editing and stuff like that. I did finish my 2 reads as well, and honestly I was a little unimpressed by both of them. The novella, all of the characters were so unlikable, which sometimes is fine in horror and thriller, but it was just making me like not want to read it. But it was so short and I was doing it for this, so I continued reading it, and like, I mean, yeah, the ending was interesting, I guess, but also just, yeah, I didn't enjoy the experience because of how unlikable all the characters were, basically. So I didn't love that. And the Riley Sager thriller was just fine. It was just fine. Nothing about it like particularly excited me. And it's one of those ones that's like really slowly drawn out in the telling of it. Like, you know, you're not being told everything yet, and you know that everyone's an unreliable narrator. But like, I didn't care enough, because like when you have those slow drawn out situations where someone's slowly drip feeding you information, like you have to care enough to want to know what they're finally going to tell you at the end, kind of thing. And I just don't know that I did care that much. Like, do I care that much about who actually committed the murders? No. And then there was like the big the big twists near the end, which like were fine. They were fine. Like I didn't like hate the experience, but I also just was not excited by it at all. So yeah, overall a little bit disappointing, but since I have finished both of those, I'm thinking I'll probably start my Melbourne Bookish Book Club read. I've read Ninth House before, but it's the book club read for this month, so I want to reread it before then reading the sequel anyway. So I might start this. And I'm very tired from the first day back at work, so like excuse that situation. But even though like I've been busy with work and stuff, so I haven't been like getting much footage here, I have been completing the Instagram challenges every day, so I will take that as a win, because I don't think I've ever completed Instagram challenges anywhere, because I think I always start and then don't get through them all. So, you know, 4 out of 7 right now, we could do it. We might be able to do it. Yeah. You also might have seen that I received a bunch of book mail today, and I was only necessarily expecting one of those packages, only one I bought myself. So I did receive my very first publisher mail, so that's exciting. So Penguin sent me another book. I have a review copy of Threads That Bind, which I think is YA, and it's descendants of Greek gods and a murder mystery. That sounds so cool, and the cover is so pretty. I'm very late in finishing off this vlog. I think it's been weeks, but I've been really sick. So anyways, to close out, I think the week overall was somewhat of a success. Most of my week was working, so that's why there wasn't like a whole lot of footage from the week, because that's my life. But I did finish 3 books, and even though 2 of them were somewhat underwhelming, I really enjoyed my reread of Ninth House. Enough so that I've gone like straight into Hellbent now. Interestingly enough, a bunch of people who read Ninth House for book club this month really didn't like it or couldn't get through it, and I'm like, this is my favorite book I've read for book club this year, but that's fine. I really like Ninth House. I like the vibes. Like, I don't care if something's slow, if it has like the right vibes for me, I guess. But yeah. So I read 3 books and I finished all the Instagram challenges, and that in itself is an achievement to me. So that's it. That was my Summerween. I'm still sick. Yeah, I'll catch you around for whatever comes next. TTFN and Starzy out.